Problem 6.4 is another optional. The millimeters, grams, and seconds, medium difficulty. Part origin at the bottom center. Lines, circles, center lines, arcs, revolves, extruded boss, fillets, and chamfers. All right, so the thing is being able to see the geometry. So the center axis or the arc axis of this revolve actually goes kind of in that view. If we're looking at this from the front plane, then this would be our section view. But we're not going to be able, well, this does have the rounds. I was thinking one of them was square, but since both of these are round, we should be able to put in the base. No, we have to go that way. So even though it's round, we have to build the bottom flange, revolve it out, and there's always the issue with the top face that it may not complete or there may be interference. So actually having two separate features, a revolve and then a cut, a revolve cut, will be safer. So we're going to go new, part millimeter, top plane, open up our sketch, and we're going to build the bottom flange. And again, my sketch numeric input is on, so I'm going to stay with that one. Where is my diameter? 56 on the inside. And am I missing a dimension, or is it, 56 and 33. So we're going to go 56, but I still don't want to include that, so I'm just going to make it for construction. And with the click, I can do just wherever it goes. It ignores the dimension because I did not enter a value. And going between the two circles, then I can set the 33. All right, so choices: do I want to include the 24 times 7.33? It is 11 in from the outside. So yeah, let's go ahead and put that one in. 7.33, enter. And then its dimension, and it's going to go to the center. So since I didn't hold the shift, we're going to go ahead and let it finish. Switch to the leaders, go to a min value. Nope, I still need the center. I just need to be, there it is, the min value to the outside circle. And then that can become 11. All right, so orientation wise, center point to the origin, we go vertical, and that gives us all of our geometry. Make sure you highlight, and if we're going to include this within the circular pattern, then we need a center point. All right, and then our total is 24. The arc was selected, so that looks good. And those come in fully defined, so don't have any issues there. And we're going to extrude this, then a distance of 11 millimeters. All right, because the arcs fall away, I'm going to open up a sketch on the bottom as the center. So let's see, we had also a wall thickness of 11. So let's open up or show the previous sketch so that I can just convert it. And then I will switch it to the center circle because I want to keep that same geometry. If this changes, then it will follow it through. And then between the two circles, we're going to select, and that is also going to have the wall thickness of 11. All right, so the strange part of this then is I went to isometric. I need to be in the top view. We have an inside radius of 78 to the outside. So I am going to go with a center line and see how this works. Vertical infinite length, we're going to place it out here somewhere. And then I need my smart dimension to go from that center line 78 to that circle. So holding down the shift button and highlighting the circle is automatically going to give you that min condition. If you miss, you can go back to the properties, go to the leaders, right? So select the dimension, go to the leaders, and then because there's only one arc in this case, we just have the min condition, where before we had an arc to an arc, now we have the arc to the line. All right, so that gives us our axis of revolution, and we're going to go into the revolve boss base. It goes a total of 38 degrees and generates our geometry. Okay, so we go into a new sketch on that face, and we're going to go back to what did we have? Is it still? I guess both flanges were the same, so we're going to stay with our geometry. So make it a little easier, I'm just going to highlight that. It tells me it's 122 millimeters. And it did not pick up the center apparently because it can move around. So if I go to the outside edge, go back to the center, that still didn't grab it. So let's go circle, control select, circle, and concentric. All right, so that gets me fully defined. Don't know that it's an even number, so I don't know if there's any problem with the index. So let's put in the 7.33. If I go to the arc, so previously I just selected both of them. This time I'm going to hold down the shift. It shows me the preview when I go to the outside. And then when I place the dimension, that becomes the 11 millimeters. All right, so I need one more. This is able to kind of swing through that arc, following the outside around, so we need to make that horizontal. All right, pre-selecting for our circular sketch pattern, and then making sure that it goes to the center. Notice it defaulted to the origin. Our center is up here. And we have a total of 24. And we're going to go ahead and accept. Now this is at the top of the 38 degrees, or is it at the internal? Well, 38 degrees should be 38 degrees if both of those are parallel. So we'll double check that number, but I think I'm going to end up being a little bit short because it did not. I picked the bottom, but it did not complete. All right, so that being the case, we'll go back and do the extrude, the 11 millimeters, and then I need to find this revolve sketch. And because I picked the wrong face, I'm going to go ahead and edit the sketch plane and move it up one. All right, so picking between those two faces, we have the 38 degrees. We don't really have anything else to verify with, but everything should have moved as far as that sketch. So coming off of that face out, I think I'm okay. Now the problem with the extrudes is that I really want that to go all the way around, and based on this being a casting, I don't know why it wouldn't go all the way around, but let's go ahead and see what the results are. Now they put a chamfer, they're showing a chamfer, but I don't see a call out. Oh, there we go, 8 times 2 millimeters, so on both sides. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and stay with building this out because I've already confused myself enough. I can highlight, I'll need to show first. I can highlight and convert, and that feature is going to go extrude cut up to next. No, up to surface, and then we accept it, and then I can hide the sketch. We'll open up the next sketch, and we'll just go ahead and draw this one in at 56. Again, my numeric inputs on, so if I do the click 56 and enter, it's going to go ahead and put in that that value. And then the features, extrude cut, we'll stay with the up to surface and go ahead and hit OK. All right, so we're going to have to see how these two blend, but let's go ahead with the sketch, and I can just convert that geometry, but I'm also going to need my previous center line, so we'll show that. I can convert that one in, highlight it, go to the construction geometry so that it becomes part of the cut, and we're going to see how that cut lines up with the other side. So we're going to make a revolve cut of 38 degrees and tab. Well, okay, let's see which way it goes then. All right, so here's kind of the concern is that where it blends, those are some weird geometries. I think we're close enough for what we're trying to do, but I would really just rather that flange go all the way around and where we welded it. So, or if this is a casting. So let's see what we get for our chamfer. 2 millimeters. We'll go ahead and select. No. Probably just need to make the selection so that it doesn't get too crazy here. And we'll go ahead and set that one. All right, so the geometry then looks okay. I think I got everything. We'll see how close this comes out. We have a volume of 370, 322. So we'll go into the 356. So somewhere I have a little bit difference, but one of the problems that we always encounter with the flanges is going to be that intersection. But the 38 degrees between the faces, no other real dimensions, not going to see it. So I would like to see this in section view. And I don't think, because those come up and that one blends, yeah, there's something with the tangency that always happens along that face. So I'm not real concerned about it. It gives me a good representation of the flange. And I think I got all of the geometry based on what they gave me. Okay, so of course after I stopped the video, I went back and I checked my cut revolve. It actually had 360 degrees, so it was removing some portion of that geometry and nibble it out. So we do have a cleaner cut, making sure that it actually takes the 38 degrees. And let's check one more time if the 370, okay, so it went up to 357, so I still have some issues somewhere. But that little fingernail cut that was bothering me has been corrected.